great.
If we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can, yes, we can.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, 'cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hey Disney fans, come join the fun. Corey and Lawrence, the magic's begun. From the parks to the stories we adore, let's dive into the magic. There's so much more. It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. We entertain and teach every step of the way. With stories and facts, we brighten your day. From Disney history to tips and tricks, we've got the magic mix that always clicks. It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. Feel the magic, the joy and the cheer. Together we'll make memories year after year. The DIZPod, let's all sing along. With Corey and Lawrence, the magic's never gone. Bringing joy to your day in every way. In the DIZPod, where the magic's here to stay.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome to season 3, episode 2. See, I can keep track of that instead of like number 80. I think it's 80, but I am not positive on that.
Just go with season 3, episode 2. Easy enough.
Sounds good to me. As we get into that in the next few weeks, I'll probably lose track, but shame on me, right? Either way, we keep pounding it out week after week, year after year, like the new song goes too.
That's right.
So, which is good. Good song. Pumps you up, makes you want to run through the wall for the DIZPod. Welcome everyone who is watching and listening live. We do this live because we do it just for you, so that we can interact with our beautiful community and audience, and then we leave the scraps for those who can't quite watch on during the live times. No, we value you just as much on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you can find us. Is Amazed is. So we'll have to go over those numbers, Lawrence. I don't even look at those other statistics on those other platforms, although I appreciate them very much.
Yeah, we were supposed to do an annual recap, and we ended up not doing that. So we'll do that maybe next week or the week after.
All right, that sounds pretty good. We got Garrett. We have 2 Garretts in the chat. I mean, that's never happened in the history of ever. And Benjamin Burton and Ann and Roderick, welcome everyone as you all pile in. Hit the like button; it helps. And if you are not yet subscribed to the DIZPod, this podcast does survive on its own as well at the DIZPod, DIZ, all one word. This is living in Diz as well, right here too. So if you're not subscribed to that, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to Living in Diz. What does Living in Diz deliver? We deliver live streams from the parks, typically Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's almost an all-day stream every Saturday, right? Mid-afternoon till close. Could be 10, could be 11, could be midnight, could be 12:30 in the morning. So we really take it as far as we can run with it. And yeah. And we, that's 2 of the 3 family channels that we have here. And the other one is Magical Strolls, currently releasing 2 videos a week, whether it's a ride POV in 4K or walkthroughs of Disney resorts and parks. So all that good stuff happening here. And Lawrence, I'm a little bit tired of this winter already. It really feels like winter. I feel like a little bit like I'm up in the Northeast again, where I escaped 8 years ago. I mean, it came out again today. It was chilly in the morning, overcast clouds. We finally saw the sun today. I don't think we saw any sun yesterday. We saw no sun yesterday, and I'm not even sure of the day before because my memory doesn't go back that far.
Well, you're sitting there complaining, and I think it was in the 20s this morning when I got up. So,
Well, listen, people can say to me, well, it could be worse. It could be snowing. I go, no, it can't because I live in Florida. This is the worst it could be.
We
But,
were
you know,
supposed to have
it'll.
snow. What day was that? I don't remember. But Finley was upset because we didn't have snow. Saturday. We were supposed to have snow.
Yeah.
And it basically was a dusting. She was very upset. So I had to show
Was
her.
that the photo you sent me?
That was the photo I sent you, yeah. So I had to show her basically, we have 2 more chances coming up in the next 10 days. So we'll see.
All
They say they're
right.
pretty good
Well, I hope-
chances.
Oh, good. I hope that happens for Finley. You sent me that photo of the patio. I think you got about 1,300 snowflakes that day.
Yeah, that's
So.
it. Exactly.
Yeah. They were so spread apart you were able to count them.
Yeah.
So, yes, my mom is in chat. I'll acknowledge that. Hello, Mom. Good to see you. And what else was I going to bring up? Talked about the weather. Don't know if you had a chance to take a peek, but Tammy and I now have the Living in Diz documentary in hand and sat down last night to watch it. We signed off on it. It's finalized. It's good to go. And the process now is it goes to the closed captioning company. That takes about a week. And then it goes to Film Hub that will shop it to anywhere imaginable that streams.
Mm.
So we'll be hoping for we'll see what offers come in and who picks it up, who wants to pick it up. So that's the next thing. So next up will be an announcement as to where you can watch this and what the date will be that it drops on whatever streaming platform picks it up. So our work here is finished, my friend.
Very excited. Very excited. I did look at it yesterday. I think it captures what a live streamer goes through, for the most part, the ups and downs and all that type of stuff, as well as getting ready and the rush of trying to, do a live stream and work full time. So, it captures your family very well. So excited to see it come out for sure.
Thank you. Yes, I thought it was well told. I thought it was well laid out. Not that I ever thought that I could tell the story better than Jason O'Brien. But I sat there saying, this is very well laid out, and it really does tell the story pretty much of what we're all about and how we progressed as a channel. And I really was pleased at how we get to see the kids young.
Mm-hmm.
And then transform to current times too. So very well done. Very well done. So
yeah, them
excited
on the monorail. I don't think I had ever seen that. So that was kind of fun to see them being kids on the monorail.
Well, this was over a year in the making, right? So I've been pulling clips, and Jason had been looking for clips on his own as well. So I felt like either I forgot that I gave him certain clips. Or he found some. So when I watched it too, I was a bit surprised, and there were some smiles. I looked over at Tammy and I'm like, oh, that was funny. Oh, remember that? So yeah, the monorail thing was fun. The monorail, we left Magic Kingdom. The monorail showed up. We were the only ones waiting for the monorail. I'm sure it was a Saturdays.
Crazy.
And we had our own complete car. So the kids, you'll have to watch the movie to see what happens.
Yeah.
After that, when we decided we were in there all alone. So good stuff. Excited for that. And I think at this point, my next goal is to sit in a theater and watch people watch it.
That would be something.
Yes, it can't be submitted to the Orlando Short Film Festival yet. That hasn't opened, but when that opens up, it'll be submitted there. And I think it's going to be submitted elsewhere too. So keep you all posted. We're excited.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
So the other thing we're excited about is what we're about to talk to today, right? This is right up my wheelhouse, right? Up my alley. How do you phrase wheelhouse? It's in my wheelhouse. Yeah, that's like a baseball term, isn't it? It's in his wheelhouse. Lawrence, we should broadcast baseball.
Ooh.
That was right.
Ooh.
Right.
No Red Sox games though.
Yeah, it'd be tough for us to be unbiased doing the Red Sox and Mets, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed.
And
Yeah, be
MLB
fun.
actually predicted the Mets and Red Sox in the World Series, I think in 2035 or something like that.
Really?
That was their prediction. So we'll see.
All right. Let's hold our breath.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't think they did enough to compete that hard in the Red Sox this year. We were hopeful, but we'll see. So it is Farts, which is also known as Festival of the Arts. Disney's still confused. We still have decorations up for Christmas, which I love, but what are we doing here? Clearly we don't have enough help in the parks. They're not doing this on purpose because they love Christmas and want to continue to share it. So one of my roving reporters that was out there today sent me a picture of Festival of the Arts signs, but there's still Christmas stuff up.
Yeah. I heard that Magic Kingdom still has the tree up. Which I know the marathon just ended. Excuse me. I know the marathon just ended, and typically that's when they do it, is like the day after the marathon. But it is kind of interesting to still see the tree up, because you go into other places like the malls, right? I'm sure the malls are all undecorated by like New Year's or maybe the second. Maybe they wait until right after New Year's, but
Sure.
you know, Disney is normally right after the marathon.
I was just really taken aback when I went into Magic Kingdom last Wednesdays. Walked in, got ready to fire the stream up, looked up, and the tree was there, and I almost fell backwards on my back. I was like, "Whoa, what? All right, we get Christmas again tonight. Okay, all right, it can stay up. We can just change it to a Valentine's tree."
Yeah, just take it all down and put it all up. It's a real tree, right?
Yeah,
In Magic Kingdom, it's a real tree.
yeah, it's all real. Everything's real.
That's right. That's right. We've never shown on this channel how they put up the tree. No, we've never shown that at all. Twice.
Yeah, right, exactly. We don't do that, and I've never driven by the warehouse where it may sit on a flatbed truck.
No.
Either.
No. Never.
Never done that.
Never.
There's literally a road in Disney World where you're driving along, you're on property, then you see warehouses, and then there's a stop sign and like a dilapidated house in front of you.
Mm.
You know, all of a sudden you're on a city street. It's kind of weird. I could maybe find it again, but I've been there a few times, cutting through and stuff like that. I did, before we get into this wonderful show about talking about tons of food and merchandise. When I first moved here, I did some home care in Orlando, and sometimes the GPS took me through Disney World to go from one side to the other, from one patient to the next. How cool is that? Oh, let me just drive through property for 20 minutes to get to the other side. Thought that was pretty cool.
Wow. There was some place I was going. I remember. A couple of years ago when I had, actually it was in 2022. We were looking for something to eat the night before we went into the parks, and so I was like, okay, well, there's a Blaze Pizza, and I look at the address. I'm like, okay, well, that one's closer than the other one. Let's go to this one. And as I'm getting there, I realize that's on property in Disney Springs. I was like, the other one would have been easier to get to. Now I've got to go through security. I've got to walk all the way there. I've got to wait because that's like the busiest Blaze Pizza on the face of the planet. I was like, yeah, I probably spent an extra 45 minutes I shouldn't have, but oh well.
That's a good point. If you're staying and you have a car and you want Gideon's cookies and Blaze Pizza, you can literally run off property and get both of those and probably be back faster than if you stayed on property and got those two items.
Yeah.
Hands down, actually. Hands down.
Yeah,
Easily.
It's pretty crazy. So yeah, I am loaded up with information for Festival of the Arts. It is my favorite festival. Probably because I remember walking that festival, and I think Catherine can correct me if I'm wrong. I think we did that on our own for the first time. And so it was just her and I, and we got to kind of take our time with it and walk through the booths. We did very few rides that day, and we just really took our time, walked through the festival booths, looked at the art, looked at the chalk art, all those type of stuff, and really had a good time. So it's my favorite festival because it is a variety of stuff. It's not just food and wine, it's not just music, it's kind of everything.
Yeah, I can find reason to love each and every festival, and of course, the unique thing when you turn to the food, obviously, food and wine focuses on food and wine the most. As terms of how food is different here, it's more artistic. The presentation, they up their game on the presentation,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
big
and we'll
time.
see that in the show tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And it brings a lot of repeat favorites, like every festival does in terms of food. So we'll look at that and maybe point out some things that are returning that we love. And it's just a different tone. It's a different feel when you do this festival because I describe it as you get a little food, and then you stop at a booth and you enjoy the artwork and show the details in the art. And I like to involve the audience where we may look at something because some of this artwork will involve, what can I say? Not a game, maybe like looking for things. Like there's hidden Easter eggs in certain things, Disney stuff,
Yes.
and just the details. There's so many different types of artists in this. So just love to take our time and look at it. And I'll never forget, I can't recall the viewer, but a few years back, we were doing Festival of the Arts, and we were looking at some art, and they commented in the chat saying they literally were enjoying my voice because it was I got real, I took the tone more of like the World Showcase walkthrough. We were just kind of looking, and she's like, I
Mhm.
got my wine at home, sitting on the couch, and I'm watching art. This is amazing. In that voice, she says. So it's a whole different tone. It's really fun, and I'm trying to decide how we want to approach it this year because I guess we got to look at how many times we're going to go. We're going. We're going to dip in on Saturdays. We're doing a park hop. So we're going to come in, show the merchandise, and maybe hang there. I don't even know. I want to put a timeline on it, but say we're there for an hour looking at some stuff. Then we're going to hop over to Magic. But the following week is my birthday stream. We'll eat at Chef de France, and we'll put in some good time looking at artwork then. So I don't know. I guess there's no real planning in it. We'll take it as it goes. We'll take our time looking at it. I just feel like we didn't get to cover everything for the first time last year. Like we took it too slowly.
Mhm.
So we'll try to cover everything. But it's okay. You know what? We can really take our time this time because we're actually going again the following week on the 1st. We just have these different plans that are working out that we're at Epcot a little bit more
Mhm.
this month on the Saturdays. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's dive in to the food, my friend.
All right. So let's open up with things to do.
Okay.
So I know you wanted to get to the food. No surprise that Corey wants to tackle the
fine.
food first. But
Yeah.
so we're gonna tackle things to do first. So the paint by numbers mural, which I don't think I've done. I've been to two Festival of the Arts festivals, and I don't think that I have done this, but I've seen Corey and his family do that on stream. I think it's really cool to be able to participate in art and in something. So that is going on. That'll be so it says pick up paint, a brush, and an assigned number from the expression section booth. You'll paint a few squares of this massive mural, which where's it going to be now? There's no wall. they're gonna have to put a wall up.
Oh, I'm trying to think back a few years when there wasn't, but
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, I think how long have we had walls? 4 years?
Mm.
We had walls before COVID, right?
I'm gonna say yes because when I got there in December of 2020, there were walls.
Yeah, so good question. Don't know then because I
Yeah,
think I've only known this wall to be on a scrim wall.
right. So it says it's going to be on the walkway between World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion. Um, so I guess that's kind of where World Showcase is. But then the
Okay.
booth, I guess the booth to pick up the paint and the brush will have also moved because it used to be at the walkway between World Showcase and World Celebration.
Okay.
So that's open from 11 to 5. Really fun thing to do with the family to participate in some of that art.
It's nice to know that you a part of something like that, you know?
Yeah. Yep. So the other thing to do, Finley's favorite thing, the scavenger hunt. So this is Figment's brush with the masters. So, excuse me, for $9.99, you'll pick up a map. It'll have the stickers on it. When you find Figment in all of the locations, which is typically in World Showcase, you'll find him, go around. Now, this one is a little bit different because since these are art pieces, they're going to be indoors. So it'll be in the shops or in the restaurants, but typically it's in the shops in the World Showcase. So once you finish that, you can take your map back to Disney Traders, Creation Shop, or World Travelers and get a prize. I don't know what the prize is this year yet. They typically don't reveal that until day of, so we'll find out on Friday.
Yeah, exciting.
And I actually have some of the gifts from last year right here.
Oh, okay.
Those
What
will be
was it that they gave last year?
well, this one I don't know if it was for Festival of the Arts. But this one was the sandhole board, so like cornhole.
Oh,
But they have normally they have plates or little cups or something like that. So we'll see what it is this year, and I'm sure we'll be getting ours when we go. So you also have art displays, as we talked about. And you also have artists. The actual artists will be in the booths. And so you can see a selection of them on screen there. And they'll actually be there. You can chat with them. You can talk to them about their artwork. So I think that's really cool because where else are you going to get a chance to meet that many artists at one time and have that conversation with them?
exactly.
So there's photo ops, and I believe Corey and Neil, if I remember correctly, did some of these. One was it last year?
Oh yeah, we did. I don't know which one we would have. Oh yes, yep. It's right there. Yes. I didn't see it, so it confused me. But we did the. I'm pretty sure we did the American Adventure Pavilion with Washington crossing the Delaware.
Okay, that's it. That reminded me. Yeah.
And did a nice pose. So maybe we'll have to make it a point to stop at all of these. You've got one between Italy and Germany, as well as the bridge to the World Showcase, which is Mary Poppins, and bridge to the World Showcase, Sleeping Beauty. I don't even know where they would put that one. Where would they put that one exactly, you think? The bridge to the World Showcase, Mary Poppins. Like, they're not going to put that on the bridge.
They might be calling it the bridge, but it's really not the bridge. It's like right after it lands, probably.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's interesting. We'll have to see where
So
that
there's
one
a
is.
few. There'll be the photo pass photographers there to take the pictures, or you can certainly take them on your own devices. Or, pro tip, the photo pass photographers, if you don't have photo pass, you can hand your device to a photo pass photographer and ask them to take the picture on your phone, and they will.
Which is nice of Disney to do because
Yes.
they don't have to do that. They're
Right.
losing money that way. So it's nice of them to do that, as well as you can still bring a lunch. You can
Yes.
bring a cooler with food in it to Disney, which is also nice.
Mm-hmm.
Side note.
Kids chalk art, which I don't know if Finley's ever done this one, but chalk art is very popular along the bridge going to to World Showcase. So the kids can also take part in that. So again, I go back to being able to participate in some of that stuff. So they're from 11 to 5 every day on the bridge to World Showcase Plaza. Kids can play with sidewalk chalk, which what kid doesn't play with sidewalk chalk?
Oh yeah, Jillian always had a full pack ready to go.
There's a bucket sitting on the other side of that wall right there.
Ah, yes.
So here, I don't know that I knew these, but you have charming chalk drawings of Disney characters around World Showcase. From Abu to Jiminy
Yes.
Cricket, an array of familiar faces wait to be discovered. How many can you find?
So when we do the World Showcase walkthrough, that will give us some added fun to try to locate these characters in every country that they're available. I don't know if they're available in each one, but we'll look. And that one kind of gives it away a little bit right there, where we see Mulan's puppy right there.
Yeah.
I'm going blank on his name. It's real simple, too. Maybe someone can answer without Googling in the chat.
Yeah, I think there was Luca, if I remember correctly, over in Italy now that I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
So there's also visual art performances. So you'll be able to see that. That'll be in the app, on the My Disney Experience app under entertainment. So you'll be able to find those as well. As I mentioned before, the chalk art galleries that's on the bridge to World Showcase Plaza, those are always amazing to look at. And a lot of times the artists will be working on them as you're walking by. So you can just sit there and be mesmerized at them actually doing the work. There are also musical performances. And this is another reason that I love Festival of the Arts, because it's not just one type of art. There's culinary art, there's music, there's Broadway, there's portraits, there's everything. So again, in the My Disney Experience app, you will find those performances located there. There is also the Animation Academy, which I don't think I knew about. So this is at the American Gardens Theater at 12:30 and 1:30 every day. And they will actually teach you, similar to, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can do this back in Rafiki's Planet Watch. You can go and learn how to draw a Disney cartoon character. So you'll actually be able to do that right here in Epcot.
That's interesting. Do you think that would be something that viewers would like to watch on a live stream? So it's America Gardens Theater, so that's wide open at those times for them to do that. So
Yep.
They must just hand you a clipboard and paper, and you can have at it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
think it'd be kind of interesting.
I'm a decent artist, so I might do okay with that.
Well, the cool thing is I am not an artist at all. Thank goodness for Canva. So I am not
Right.
an artist at all. And I remember doing the I forget the name of it, but back in Rafiki's Planet Watch, where you can do the animation. And the way they teach you, it actually came out pretty good. So I would, if you have time, I would certainly try and see how it comes out. So that's the American Gardens Theater during the day. And then what happens there at night, Corey?
Oh, it gets turned loose with Broadway performances from the likes of performers from Frozen, Lion King, Aladdin, just to name a few. So they'll be rotating artists for that as well. I believe they do each group of artists, couple of artists, kind of do a rotating kind of format. Like you may see them like one night or two, and then they kind of go away for a night, and then they come back. That's kind of the way I thought I saw it when I looked a few weeks ago. But you get a great array of that, and you get a little taste of Disney Broadway. So
Yeah.
why not? We always show it, and it was a really good, unique time last year with the Genie, the legendary. I can't remember his name, but he's not there this year. But the legendary actor for Broadway that did the Genie from Aladdin. He was funny. He sat in the crowd.
Yes.
He grabbed someone's popcorn, started eating it. So, yeah, we saw that. I think we saw a Frozen performance too, which was all great. So, can't wait to see that again.
So I don't have it in here for some reason, but I did have the artists that'll be performing, and I know they were from Aladdin, they were from Frozen, Mary Poppins as well, and I'm forgetting one. Let me look real quick. But yes, it was a great show that you watched, and of course, everybody knows most of the The Lion King is the other one, and Tarzan. So you've got performers from Frozen, The Lion King, Aladdin, Tarzan, and Mary Poppins, and also Newsies. So good amount of folks there, yeah. And that runs nightly, and like you said, they do shift back and forth. But typically, it's a good run of 5 or 6 days, from what I'm seeing.
Okay.
There are dining packages available for those. Would you say that it was necessary to get those for this set, or was it, just get there at a decent time?
Just get there at a decent time. I from my recollection, I think this is maybe the least bought dining packages of any festival. That would be my opinion. I don't even think they sell that many, although the trend from festival to festival lately has been further back and further back. So, if I had to put a number on it, maybe the first 6 rows may be taken, maybe 5. So that'll be good to check out and see how accurate I was on that. Because I don't even think that they'll sell out a single show, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at your live stream from last year to see what it was like.
Yeah, get a feel.
Now we're getting to Corey's favorite.
Yes.
It's all about the food. So this will be in World Celebration. Then you also have a section of food booths in World Showcase, as we all know. But these first ones are going to be up front. So this is a deconstructed dish. I don't know. Can you read those, Corey?
Yes. So I was going to ask you, are they putting these right in the new building for the few festival offerings where there's always something in the same building as Mickey and Friends?
So some will be up there. This one didn't say, it just says deconstructed dish in let me look at where it says.
Let me see.
No, it just says World Discovery.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, either way, just deconstructed BLT, we have had that, and it's good. That's good. Can't remember what we rated it, but I think we rated it pretty high. And every year we've tried the key lime pie, the deconstructed key lime pie. It's very, very pretty, and it tastes very good. So that's another good one. So I can't comment on the drinks, but those 2 foods are 2 good choices right there to get started off.
I like how it's a BLT and yet it has pork bellies, soft poached egg, onion bread pudding, watercress, and tomato jam. Like tomato jam is the only part of BLT that's actually in the BLT. But that's the whole idea of this festival is the art of the food. It's all, taken to the 10th degree. So
yeah, it's where I
that's-
learned that I like pork belly.
Yeah,
So.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Figment's inspiration station at the Odyssey, so we know where the Odyssey is. And so, have you had?
Yes.
Yes, all. I was gonna. You've had all of it.
No, I didn't try the raspberry the raspberry pastry tart because it looks exactly like the tarts you get over in Toy Story Land. So I bypassed that one. But the rainbow cake is something we get every year. I'm definitely addicted to Skittles that are popped freezed, like popped the popped freezed ones they do.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good to see the exploded Skittles. That's good. So the rainbow cake is good. Is it really flavorful? No. It's pretty though. It's fun to eat the several different layers because it's layered like red, green, blue, like the color of the rainbow.
Mhm.
And it's topped with those Skittles. So we still get it and we'll get it. It's fun, but far from your best tasting thing in the entire festival though. Just eat it because it's a rainbow cake.
This is where you can also get the Figment popcorn bucket, which is different from the one that I have back there, which was really, why I say that, but I have two. I have two. I have the big Figment, then I have the Imagination Pavilion, and now this one is kind of a smaller Figment. So yes, if you want to pick that up, you can there. It's a mobile order, which makes it really nice and easy. No more 5-hour wait like it was the first year when the big one came out.
Like Neil did. Neil stayed in line for about 5 or 6 hours for that, and Tammy walked up the next day, and I think it only took her an hour.
Mm-hmm. And then
But
they got
you never
smart
know.
and they put them on mobile order, and it just became so easy.
Mobile order is great.
All right, so this one, Opening Bites. And I love the rose there because it's chocolate. So it's a milk chocolate rose with raspberry and rose center. You also have the soft shell crab slider and a cheddar and chive scone. And this is going to be in World Celebration. Is any of that new?
The soft shell crab slider, I am not completely sure. We had some kind of soft shell crab. So I don't know if it was served on a slider though. Neil's in chat. He might be able to recall that if it's new. The cheddar and chive scone seems new to me. I don't recall trying that or seeing that on the menu. Okay, I can confirm that. The soft shell crab slider is new.
Okay.
And so is the cheddar and chive scone.
There you go.
I have confirmed it. Yes.
So they're new. Does that entice you to try it?
It does. It does. Two things entice me. I have to, maybe more than two. Like I can look at something, look at the ingredients and say, oh yeah, I love all that. And I have to try it. Or sometimes, and the stream pushes me to do this because I want to do things that really interest our viewers. So, just looking at that green papaya slaw and mango ketchup on a toasted brioche, that's an automatic for me. Like, I think that piques everyone's interest. Ooh, I wonder what that's going to be like. What's he going to say? So, absolutely, we will try both of these things. And I probably will not have the Enchanted Rose, though. And that's kind of only because it's very, very similar to the Enchanted Rose over at Rosie's on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. I think the difference is it's not raspberry over at Rosie's. It's more of a cherry taste, even though they don't categorize it like that. But it's very pretty. It's very presentable. I would encourage anybody to try it if that all sounds good to you, though. But we may get to it. Maybe I might get in the spirit of it and just say, "Give me all 3 things at the booth," and just try it anyway, just for fun. So, yeah.
So then we have the Craftsman's Courtyard. And that one is described. Oh, I missed it. So those 3, they're going to be in World Showcase. And you'll have the Beef Wellington inspired Croissant Supreme, Roasted Bone Marrow, which I want to say you've had.
I have had the bone marrow, yes. And it was good. I mean, you don't get a lot, but if you've never had bone marrow, this is a really good chance for you to give it a try. It was good. We liked it. We
And
didn't have
then
any. I don't
cast
think we had
iron
anything.
roasted PEI mussels.
Okay, I think Neil is very excited about those mussels. The beef Wellington croissant supreme is brand new, also. And it sounds like the mussels are new as well. Not by my information. So that's been there before. But the beef Wellington is something that we will try.
Flygirl wants to know: does the rose have frosting on it or fondant?
It's frosting.
Frosting, perfect.
No fondant on that.
Okay.
Yes,
right,
if you all have any questions about the food, just ask and put a Q in the chat, and we'll answer your question the best we can.
So over at the artist table,
Lawrence, I see pot pie. I see pot pie. I love pot pie. I'm on that one.
I guess I should have taken down the picture of the deviled eggs and just put up pot pie. But over at the artist table at the American Adventure, you will have the deviled egg trio, the hummingbird cake, and the chicken pot pie.
All right. So who doesn't love deviled eggs, right? Put anything in that. I'll try that. So I'm all for trying the deviled egg trio, and the chicken pot pie is brand new this year. Smoked cheddar Mornay sauce, which is something I've never heard of. Wasabi peas, so that could have a little kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasabi and a chicken pot pie. Wow. So that's brand new. And the deviled eggs are, I feel like, yep, the deviled egg trio is brand new too. So kudos so far to Disney for bringing new, fresh items. I mean, there's a million dishes out there. We really should. I mean, I think that they should monitor what is popular and keep a handful of those coming. But also, maybe, who knows, 60-40, try new things, maybe 50-50, because people do return for some of their favorites, right? Sometimes what I do with our favorites is I stay away till the end because I want an opportunity to try things I haven't tried. So there could be a booth that I love, and I might not even get to it that year because we tried other things, and I just know what it tasted like, and we just try other stuff. But deviled egg trio is good for me. Chicken pot pie. Now the hummingbird cake. If you've never had hummingbird cake before, the absolute best hummingbird cake is over at I'm going blank. We just ate there a couple weeks back. Homecoming, best restaurant on property. Best. They have hummingbird cake there, and it is absolutely amazing. This one does not live up to it, but it is pretty good, but it is not as good. So you can try that too.
The way you went on about the chicken pot pie, I thought it was like your absolute favorite.
Oh, you know what? It's one of those things. Is that considered a comfort food? It's one of those things that you just don't. I got it in my childhood. We don't have that here. Although Tammy's making a chicken stew tonight, which was way out of left field. So I can't wait to have that. But
Nice.
and she's an amazed Diz cook. She feeds me well. She actually uses the oven. Wink, wink. You know who I'm talking to. Yeah, and Neil says
No
it's dry
idea.
cake. Yeah. But yeah, I want to try the chicken pot pie. I mean, I just feel like most consistently if you were like what are your top 5 consistently or consistent food booths for you where they just festival after festival they just put out the goods. American Adventure has really been putting it out lately.
Hmm.
They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job across the board. Even the hot dogs. I hope the hot dogs come back for Food and Wine. I
Okay.
mean, they had
Yeah,
some really great toppings.
that was pretty popular. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Fly Girl says it's a comfort food.
Hey, Wicked Weed pineapple is on the menu for beverages. They're out of North Carolina,
Yep.
Asheville.
Asheville. Yeah.
How
There's some
about
good
that?
breweries out in Asheville. So if you can
Nice.
support them, absolutely do, because they went through the entire area flooded over there. All right. So now we're going to move into
Oh,
further into the actual countries for the pavilions. So here we've got Koshiki, which is in Japan, and that's going to have the Corey's favorite, the sushi donut.
I can still taste it today. I'll never forget that day. We grabbed the sushi donut. We took it over into Japan and sat down at one of the tables. Jill took a bite, and I think it's the only time she looked as fast as she could to stick her head in a Disney trash can and let it go.
Wow.
Oh, I just feel like I don't know. I want to say, you know what it was? It was it the first time? It may have been the first time I ever had sushi. Now, I mean, I haven't had a lot of sushi in my life, but I do love a California roll, things like that. Kind of like it rolled up. It's kind of like the way they had it packaged, like that ingredients of the salmon and the tuna and the shrimp and the cucumber. Um, it. I'm gonna sound stupid, but saying it just seemed too raw. It was too raw. I don't like raw fish. I'll say
Okay.
that part. Maybe that's not the kind of sushi I like.
Got it.
Because I've had it over in the Hawaii booth with the tuna. I'm not a fan of that. I like my fish cooked. Shrimp different, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and so we bit into that thing, and then you get the wasabi spice. Yeah, that still haunts us today. Every member would say, if you said, "What's the worst thing you ever put in your mouth at a festival at Disney?" We would all say the sushi donut. I
Mm.
mean, I would eat 1,000 Mickey ice cream sandwiches before I'd lick another sushi donut. And the way
Mary, I'm sorry. Mary King was asking the dates of the festival. It's January 17th through February 24th.
Corey, when is Jacob going to Japan? He is going in July. It's crazy. It's around the corner, and we don't even have dates yet. It's weird. We have the itinerary though, but we
Oh,
don't have a date yet on that. Yeah. Jacob gives us our blessing to just take off, do whatever we want, go on a cruise, whatever. But Tammy doesn't think it's fair to go while he's not with us. But he's like, "Mom, I'm in Japan.
yeah,
Go
right.
somewhere."
Go
But
somewhere.
I'm like that. I'm like that too. I'm like that too. It's like I'll miss him on vacation, like more than I'll miss him here. Maybe like, oh man, where's my buddy's not hanging out with me to do something.
Right.
Uh,
S-
so let's see.
So the other two
Anyway,
things there are going to be the Wagyu bun, steam bun filled with American Wagyu beef, served with Japanese karashi mustard sauce, and violet shiso sauce. And then the taiyaki, which is what you see pictured there, is a fish-shaped pastry filled with sweet red bean, served with whipped topping and blueberry popping boba.
whoa. Oh, this is not new,
Okay.
but you know, I try to step into or out of my comfort zone. But I always do. Y'all know I'd never stop at China or Japan to eat anything. Uh, I'm not a big fan, but okay, we'll do this. Maybe we'll try the Wagyu bun, but we will definitely try the taiyaki. And that is new. The taiyaki is new.
Nice.
Very, very interesting array of things in there. Sweet red beans, but with whipped topping and blueberry popping boba. Hey, if you enjoy cooked baby carrots with whipped cream, why not go for that too?
Why not? I mean, they go
Right?
well together, I hear.
They do. They do.
So
Whipped cream makes everything better.
that's right. So Mary King is going to be there from February 17th through the 25th. Hey, if you get a chance and your dates line up, make sure to run into Corey, say hello to on stream, so that we can all put a name with the face. You do also have an IPA that's available at that booth. You have the Okinawa lemonade, and you have a sake as well as a sake flight.
Yeah, and kind of like Neil said, if you do like those ingredients in the sushi donut, go for it
Mm-hmm.
because you probably won't be disappointed. But I just don't like the raw fish stuff.
Mm-hmm. Morocco. So, trying to pull that up to see exactly which one that is. It does look again. This is what entices me about Festival of the Art is it may not necessarily be something that I would try looking at what the ingredients are, but the way it's put together, it's like, oh, I gotta try that.
Yeah, I don't even have that on my list, that dessert. But I've had some of the skewers there that they have, the kebabs, and they're all very good. And the bread is good too. So, yeah, the lamb is good. I don't really have an opportunity to have much lamb throughout the year, so sometimes I'll grab some lamb there
Mhm.
during the festivals. So these are fine.
Now you have
All right, now we're talking. Now we're talking because Jacob, do you remember Jacob and I? Oh, I think you produced that show. Did you produce the last time Jacob and I were walking through Epcot at night and we were trying to figure out what was the dish that we bought
Yes.
a bunch of them,
Yes.
but then we still came up short.
Yeah.
Remember that? And you were there, and Catherine, and I think Krubaka was there,
was
and we
there,
were
yeah.
all trying to get down on these empanadas. He
Yeah.
was hoping that this empanada would return, and it did. So we'll have to eat an empanada in memory of that day.
And that booth is typically good, no matter what festival it is. It's always the one that's Latin or I think they had Brazilian one year, so you have some Latin flavor there, and so this one you have the chorizo and potato empanada, which was really good. Then you have passion fruit.
Oh, go ahead. I thought you were
That's
doing
right. Passion fruit filled mango cheesecake, and then the spicy ajiko soup.
All three of those are returning, and we've had them all. They're all good. I'm pretty sure that spicy is a return.
Oh.
Yes, it is. It's a return.
And I
So
would
good booth.
try the smoothie, wild berry, pina colada, and strawberry, non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay. We might do that.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's
good.
That's a good one. Yeah, Roderick says passion fruit filled mango cheesecake. Say what? Yeah.
I'll eat one of those for you, Roderick. He said the empanada looks appetizing. It's good.
Very good.
It is very good.
All right, so over in Italy, you have the I thought about Neil. So you have the mozzarella frita or mozzarella, depending on where you're from. You'll say it different ways.
Mozzarella.
So that does look pretty good there. I mean, it's fresh mozzarella. How could you not go wrong? How could you go wrong?
Yeah, and Italian's my favorite, right? Italian's my favorite. I never go to the Italian booth. I went once a few years ago, and they served us flatbread burned pizza, so Jacob and I didn't go back. But it's always a pretty busy line, and for me, you may agree or disagree with this. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I like to get things that are more unique, and to me, Italian is cheese, pasta, and sauce. So, yeah, Does it have a chance to be amazing? Sure. But, you know, I kind of eat Italian every week. If you have spaghetti and you have lasagna or whatever, it's not that different. It's just not that different. So, and it's very pricey. I feel like for the portions that you get compared to the price, I feel like Italy is the most expensive booth in every festival. So I just stay away from it. It's all relative. You know, we're paying decent amount of money for small portions everywhere, but sometimes you get a decent portion. That's, so I usually skip it. So I probably won't go to that, but if you love Italian and you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. Italy booth is an overpriced ripoff. So Neil agrees with me. So there is there's hope.
And says you do not buy pizza in Florida. Now, if you go inside Via Napoli, then you can.
Yeah, Neil. Although, not far from my house, there was a lady that owned her own pizza place. She was from New York, and she had the water imported and everything. So,
okay,
yeah,
it does make a difference.
That's the exception, but I would have to agree. I'll agree with her.
All right,
look at the artwork on that.
So this was the one when I thought about the styling of the food. This one really stuck out to me.
Yeah, the creme de brie and petite pain, warm creamy brie in a house-made bread bowl. So that's not that one. That is that the puff pastry? No. That what? Oh. Okay. So okay. I thought there was a Mickey at the top. So it is a chocolate ball, and then there's like a neck coming up, up from it, and it's basically a snail. It's a snail head. So it's chocolate covered escargot. But there's no real snail in it though. It's kind of just artsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Flourless cake.
Okay.
We'll
try that for fun.
Yeah, I would try that one.
We'll try that for fun. I'm going to go on a limb and say that that's new.
Probably. I will tell you one that I will try at the French booth, and if you ever look, the French booth is typically the one of the longest lines, if not the longest. But that frozen French martini was really good.
Yeah, that is true. It is always one of the busiest. I can back that for you.
Yeah. Okay, so in Canada we have Gourmet Landscapes. This is the beef tartare and the wild mushroom risotto. Trying to think back if you've had either of those.
Oh, I don't know. Pickled mushrooms, spiced pistachios, and feta snow. I'm gonna say no. I don't recall that citrus braised beef or beet. Oh, we did. I believe we did have that. I think we had it the same day we had those empanadas.
Okay.
No, it was not beef. It's beet.
Beet, yeah.
So, yes, I believe that we did, and it was good. It was good. I think we liked it better than Matt, but it was decent. I wouldn't get it again, but it was decent. Cool presentation. Mushroom risotto. I don't think we had that, so don't know. We may bypass the Canada booth this year. You can't eat them all.
No. There's way too many. Too many choices. All right, so now moving out of World Showcase, now you have Deco Delights. And so this has the rainbow layered cake, which I believe you had, and it was just so.
Multiple times. Again, I think it is very much like the Skittles Explosion rainbow cake. No real taste to it. It's fine yellow cake, average. The frosting is nice. Some chocolate frosting there. We really did try to deep dive into this and tried each individual color just to see if they tasted different, but they didn't. They did not. I always think of Paging Mr. Morrow when I see that piece of cake because we actually both tried it at the same time a couple years back, and he liked it.
So here you have fictional victuals. This is going to have the squid ink pasta with lump crab, truffle cream, and shaved truffle. The black cocoa brownie and charred octopus.
All right. This one's going to be a fun one on stream. Like, I got to get past the thought of octopus and the thought of the texture on that one. But I will say I'm more likely to try this for fun on stream. And the squid ink pasta is just an interesting title.
Right.
And the black cocoa brownie is, oh, this is interesting. Sponge cake, ube ice cream, which Jill loves.
Mhm.
We always have some here. Coral tule. I don't even know what that is. Black cocoa brownie. She doesn't like chocolate, but she likes ube ice cream. That's interesting. I'll have to ask her if she'll try that. So that's an interesting booth. I think that all of that is new stuff.
Very cool.
It is new. The squid is new. The octopus is new. Yep. So this is all new stuff. And we'll have to check that out. Where it did it say where that one was located?
Just says World Showcase.
Okay. We'll find it. All right. So this has become a staple for us in all of the festivals, and I'm glad that they're bringing another iteration of the nitro dessert. So
Well, this nitro dessert must be so new because they didn't put it on the menu. So I don't have exactly what this item is or called, but we do know it will be at World Showcase.
I got you back. Park Bro. I got you. It's a berry sponge cake with white chocolate ganache and and colorful chocolate splats.
All right.
So those splats on it must be chocolate.
Hmm.
And so not a whole lot of chocolate to it. It'll be interesting. But we will try that. Shirley is pumped up beyond belief. She loves the nitro stuff.
I
So
have not tried a nitro at all. So this year will be my first.
So with the limited time that we'll be there on Saturdays, before we park hop over to Magic, we might just make it our way over there and just get that nitro pop out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pop Eats, which is essentially across the walkway from World Showcase. That'll have your tomato soup with grilled cheese, and then the tomato soup with pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomato grilled cheese.
Which is what we had hoped would return. This is another one of Jacob's favorites. We enjoyed not only just having the plain grilled cheese, but having the added addition of the pimento cheese and the bacon and the fried green tomatoes. Those are good. So we'll be getting on top of that. I mean, we could get on top of that as quickly as maybe we'll do it next week. I mean, well, am I getting ahead of myself? Yeah, this weekend. Maybe we will jump on that. Grab that and grab a nitro and see where it takes us.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
Now over at Refreshment Port, so these are your these last four are just the typical places, the year-round locations that have something to add. So at the Refreshment Port, you're gonna have the caprese poutine and some specialty sips. At the Refreshment Outpost, you're gonna have the Artist Palette Jumbo Chocolate Chip Cookie.
That's good. That's good.
At the Connections Eatery, as they call it, or Connections as we call it, or Creations as Corey calls it every other time, you have...
I'm getting better at that.
Liege waffle.
Your mouth connects to your stomach.
There you go.
I don't think I've ever had a waffle there. See, for me, that falls into the category of Italian food. Like, you just have that at home all the time. So it's a waffle, but it's pretty. It's pretty.
So the only time that I got a waffle there that I can remember is when they gave it to us for free the day after we met all those cast members. Gosh, I think that might have been the first time that we met in person. And we were leaving and we saw all the cast members right underneath Spaceship Earth. And then we went back, Catherine and I went back and we saw them And they were like, "Oh, here, come," and they gave us a waffle.
Does that waffle offer taste? Like, I mean, there's purple, like, sprinkly stuff on the edges of it. I don't know if that offers, like, a taste. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The one that we had was the traditional um, strawberries and whipped cream that they sell all the time.
You're right. Now, if that tasted like purple, you know what purple tastes like, right? When I think of purple, I think of, like, Alexander the grape apes.
Oh,
What was the candy? What was the candy? Not the hot tamales, not the Mike and Ike's, but there's a purple one. So if it tasted like that, I'd be more likely to try it. But we don't know.
I can
Maybe
see
Neil
the
tried
box in
one
my
before.
head, and I cannot think of the name of it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Those are good candies.
Goes along
Those are
with
good.
the lemon drops, I think they were called, and Boston baked beans.
Yes, yes, those are all good candies that came in a box.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, Red Hots, not really with those, but thinking Red Hots as well. This is too much vanilla for me. I'm
Okay.
not a funnel cake guy. I'm not a funnel cake guy. Nah,
Yeah, I'm not
no.
either. But
But
you
it's
can't
cotton
get the
candy.
cotton
If you
candy.
enjoy all that,
Right.
if you enjoy all that, that looks amazing.
Yep. Everybody's putting candy in the chat now.
Oh, good. Yeah, nerds. I thought Sean Davis was calling us nerds. I was gonna be like, yeah, sure, we're nerds. Jolly Joes. Ah, my lovely bride chiming in. Jolly Joes. They were Jolly Joes.
I'm gonna have to
And
look that up because it doesn't sound familiar to me.
And that's why I like the grape ape donut at Voodoo Donuts when we visit City Walk at Universal Studios Orlando. It tastes just like Jolly Joe's, but it's a donut.
That's back when you would get the Jolly Ranchers that were long, and as you
The sticks.
you'd cut your mouth on them.
The sticks.
Yeah.
Watermelon rules. Jolly Rancher watermelon rules over anything else, in my opinion,
Agreed.
for their flavors. Neil's never heard of a Jolly Joe.
No, I'm telling you that we didn't have Jolly Joes. No. And then finally, Joffrey's jumps in on the action with a color crazed latte and donut. That'll be at the Joffrey's locations in World Discovery, Showcase Plaza, the Canada Pavilion, and the American Adventure Pavilion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of Joffrey's drinks. Now, I'm a big fan of their coffees that you can buy in the store, as Tammy well knows. But I'm not a fan. I've had one sweet drink before that I absolutely loved. So it makes me wonder if this is actually the festival where I got that. Oh, it was like a mixed berry or something like that between the UK and Canada. I'm gonna have to peek at that just to see if they
I
have
would
it.
bet that might have been Flower and Garden.
Yes. Okay. Something to look forward to.
Yep.
Apple Jolly Ranchers are good too. Sure.
Yeah, Apple Jolly Rancher was my favorite.
See, Fly Girl knows what Jolly Joes were.
So that's really our coverage of the preview of Festival of the Arts, because Corey will be there on Saturdays with the family, taking us through all of it. So is there anything new or returning that you know that you have to have?
With this festival? No, I don't think so. By the way, here's the Jolly Joes right there. Do you remember that box?
I mean, it goes along with the rest of those, but I don't know that it stands out to me.
Maybe New York wasn't lucky enough to get those.
Good and
Maybe just
plenty.
Massachusetts, along with our autocrat coffee milk. Maybe that's it. Good and plenty is not the same. Good and plenty's good though. Good and plenty reminds me of like the most popular movie candy from the 50s. You know, you paid a nickel to get in for your ticket. You got a popcorn and a Good and Plenty. That's what you got. So is there anything? I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm not ecstatic about it, but um, must gets would be the empanada.
Yep.
The empanada is a must get, I would think. Returning things, key lime pie. Key lime pie would be something. Always like the nitro, like Shirley does.
Hmm.
So that's a must get. And so I'm glad you asked that question because to me, it seems like I think you should ask me that every time we preview a festival.
All right.
I think this might be the least excitement for the menus when they come out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but as far as returning, I don't see much. So, but I will say that I am very excited for things that are new.
Hmm.
I think they did a great job with this menu where there's a lot of new stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Actually, we'll turn it around. To try all this new stuff is going to be fun. It'll be fresh. So I don't see myself trying that much of the returning foods this year because there's too many other things to try.
So I don't know how I missed it, but I did miss the Germany booth, which has the red wine braised beef short rib, which I know is pretty popular. But it also has my Black Forest cake, which I know I will probably be having 2 of those.
Oh, Tammy does like that. What's the name of the booth?
Pastoral Palate.
Let me look it up. There it is. Pork and white bean cassoulet. That's new. Listen, Germany always kills it with the menu. So we'll stop at Germany. We will get these things. The Black Forest cake is good. It is very, very good. I think I had that one weeknight, and I feel like it was cold out. Had it with Neil and Alyssa. So yeah, but we'll try that pork.
I had a slice of the cake as we got into position for Harmonious one time, and I think I gave Catherine. She didn't really like chocolate, but I think I gave her like one bite out of the whole thing, and then it was gone. And I'm like, the booth is still open. I need to go get another one right before Harmonious starts. So I remember eating that while watching Harmonious. So
Nice.
yeah, that was very good. Neil brings up that there are not many gluten-free options. Excuse me. I was actually going to cover all of the allergy-friendly items next week as a recap to the show. So we'll go over those next week. You're muted, Corey.
The only thing we didn't cover is merch.
Yes. Because I figured we would do that after you saw some of it.
Okay, that sounds good.
Better pictures or video of it.
Cool. All right. We got anything else?
We can go inside the parks.
All right, we can touch on inside the parks really quick. I responded back to Neil as I normally do. Nobody be alarmed by my response to Neil. He says, only for certain things. This Inside the Parks is brought to you by Victor Naraki. Looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your own backyard. Victor Naraki is a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate LLC, and he is here to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 13 years of experience in the Disney area home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the home buying process. So why wait? CelebratingFlorida.com. That's where you want to visit to learn more about Victor's exclusive range of properties and schedule a viewing with Victor. Your dream home is just a click away. Inside the parks, let's see. Travel back in time here. So, last Wednesdays we were over at Magic Kingdom, I believe.
Yes.
And I don't recall anything. It was your return to producing the show, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Felt good to be back in the producer's show. I should get a thing that says producer right on the back of the chair, like anybody will see
should.
that.
You should.
I'll know it's there. But no, we had some fun getting back into the pre-show. We did the post-show. Can't remember any of the stuff in the post-show from that night. I think we
You showed a lot of things.
Yeah,
You showed a lot of things.
It was quite a
So that was
few.
good.
Oh, we did the kiss goodnight.
Yes. And I said that I think that you should do that every time we're at Magic Kingdom. From now on, you're all going to see the kiss goodnight because for some reason Disney doesn't do it anymore. It's a really good question for them, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing that? It costs you nothing. It's your Walmart announcement. Attention Walmart shoppers, the time is now 11 p.m. Please take all your items and bring them up to the nearest register.
Except that Disney only does the announcement once, whereas Walmart does it every 3 minutes, which is just annoying.
That is true, but I will say that Disney cast members do a much better job than they do over there at Universal. I mean, we've literally been in the shop and it's like 10 and the manager was like, all right, time to go. Like just waving us like time to go.
Wow.
What? Really? Time to go? Wow. So, yeah, good night. Still cold. It was cold. That was the night that we anticipated to be very cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally had a jacket that went almost to my knees. It's the warmest jacket I have that I still own. So, but it was a good night. It was fun. And, jumping over to Saturdays, we were at Hollywood. And it was great to be back at Hollywood. The family had a great time. It's been a few weeks since we've been back to Hollywood and got to meet our old friends, the steak fries and the grilled chicken and cheese sandwich, which is really good. And I was just going to get one order, but Jacob's like, I think we should get 3. So we got 3, and Jacob and I always split it. I did give Shirley some of my fries, though, because she didn't get much. So I didn't want to eat all those fries. So I threw some her way. I literally threw them. Like you take like fries or something, and you got the kid in the high chair, and they just eating finger food. You just throw some more on it. One day, Jillian was eating fries, and she fell asleep with her nose on the tray in the fries. And then about 20 minutes later, you look over, and she's up again, just resumes eating her fries. One of those little things you never forget.
Mm-mm.
So anything I feel like it was a good night. We got a lot done.
Neil
We got
says
a lot done.
you forgot about them and the cast members.
He forgot about us and the cat. What's he talking about?
I don't know. Apparently you forgot. I'm too busy producing the show to remember things.
Forgot about us and the cast members. I have no idea what he's talking about. Oh, for Magic Kingdom. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I mean, Neil's a staple. He's just there. He's just mostly there all the time. I always thank him. It was fun to have Neil out there. So Neil was out there, and yes, we ran into some wonderful cast members.
It's always fun when Neil's hanging out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, we met Mary Margaret over in Pirates, and she is in the school program, which the college program, and she's a nurse. I didn't know that. I met Mary Margaret on her first day of work.
Oh wow!
Over at Creations, yes,
and she still stayed.
We talked for a little bit. Her program is ending, so she's trying to get a job. She's trying to get a job locally as a nurse. So one of our last chances to see her will be this Saturday, and I think she might have another one. So we're gonna pop over to Creations and say hello to Mary Margaret. So we'll get her to say hello to all of you as well. So yeah, that was good. Is Neil saying that he says, I guess we weren't at studios? Yes, you were at studios too. Yep. I don't mention everybody that's with me every time when we do Inside the Parks. We don't do that. I didn't mention anyone else. I didn't mention anybody. I mentioned Jacob and Shirley because I threw her fries. That's it. Tammy was there too. I didn't say her name.
And you met up with Lily.
See? I don't remember that stuff. So yeah, so we're getting closer and closer to playing against Lily. Lily's gonna wipe the floor with me. So, it's just one of those things. It's like going to the slaughter.
Did she say her score was 358 or something?
Yeah. I can't even get her score in 2 tries, and you add it up.
No. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So we'll still do it for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs to give me a handicap.
Yeah.
Give me like 80,000. Give me 80K.
Give
me an 80K head start. Yeah, give me an 80K head start. I'm still trying to work with Neil. I'm going to give him an exercise program so that he can be quicker and faster on Toy Story Mania, because there's a strategy, everybody. I'm going to give it away right now. So the idea is, you always, when you do any kind of repetitive function, you want to do that repetitive function with the largest joints that you have. So in your upper body, you've got your shoulder. So people want to like do this, flick the wrist, and it's going to tire out fast on Toy Story Mania. So, and you don't want to work the elbow because that's not the biggest one either. So you want to, I can't even show you like this, but you want to pivot. You want to pivot on your shoulder and rotate just like that. Lock your wrist, lock your elbow, and alternate from screen to screen. Use the left, then use the right, use the left, then use the right. That I can give the strategies, but I still can't put the score up. But I'm not as tired. I'm not as tired at the end. So, and Neil was really raging at the end. He wants me to talk about him. Here we go. So he was really raging in the background. He had a bad attitude about his poor score on Toy Story Mania. Yeah. I'm dipping the dirt. Tammy was like, man, Neil was just going on and on about, I'm not doing Toy Story ever again. Blah, 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 blah.
Neil, that means you got to do it more. You have to do it more.
Yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up. So we had fun on Smuggler's Run. We did. See, we argued on that one. Jacob and I were competitive. I felt like I gave us a really smooth flight on that. He's like, no, you didn't. I didn't crash into anything. We'll have to go back and watch the replay on that one. So, but it's a pretty smooth ride when Jacob and I are at the helm for sure. So good stuff. I don't know if I remember anything else. I don't know if anybody saw the social media post last week, and it was cool because we were going to see Fantasmic a few days later. Jacob didn't realize that when Elsa is up there, that her dress changes. She changes her dress.
Mm-hmm.
The lights go down, and when they come up, she's in a white dress as opposed to a blue dress. So there's a cast member below. A little hatch opens up, and he grabs the dress, and when the lights go out, he yanks it off of her. And then when the lights come up, she has a different dress on. So
yeah, if you watch Cliff Flick's version, you can see it because he's in 8K, so it is.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a good shot of it.
All right. I think we said it all and we did it all. What do you think? Great coverage of Festival of the Arts. We'll be out there on Saturdays. And we'll be checking out some of that stuff. And then we're going to park hop over to Magic Kingdom. The only reason why we're doing that is we are going to have a full Saturday the following 2 Saturdays at Epcot. And we don't want to drag you all to Epcot 3 Saturdays in a row. You might not care, but, we want to mix it up a little bit the best we can. So we love you all for hanging out with us live. We do it live because we do it for you. And we appreciate you all, whether you listen later on any of the apps, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and beyond. It's all good stuff. And we're just starting season 3, Lawrence. It's going to be a good one.
Unbelievable. Like the song says, year after year, we're going to be here for you. Speaking of which, if you have anything that you want to see in the post show, let me know. Put them in the comments, and I will try and dig it out for you. Where are we going tomorrow? Magic? No,
Oh,
Hollywood.
oh, that's right. We're live tomorrow, right? I'm jumping to Saturday. Yes, we are live tomorrow night. You know what? Normally it's Magic, but we're going back to Hollywood
Yeah.
because Magic is pulling a fast one on me, and they are closing at 9. So can't do much with that. So my strategy is
9.
Yeah. You might as well close at 4. You might as well close at 4.
All right, so let's do Hollywood tomorrow. We'll have some fun there. I'll find some stuff for us to show, and
Yeah,
we'll probably go outside the parks again. Give you something a little bit different.
sounds good. And we'll have to check in the morning because I don't know if it's posted now. I don't know if there's 2 shows for Phantasmic tomorrow night. If there is, great. We'll do the 9:30. And we'll end the stream around 10:30. If it closes at 9, if it closes at 9 and there's 1 show, we might even skip it. I don't know. We may find ourselves either on the Skyliner or we'll walk to Boardwalk and just take a walk, and we'll come back and end the stream about 10:30 that way. So
Sounds
that's
good.
the plan.
Roderick, I am trying to get Horizons. It is very tough because Attractions Magazine does not have it. So I have to try and get it from somewhere else and get permission to use it. There is only 1 show of Phantasmic tomorrow, and it is at 9:30. If you choose not to stay for Phantasmic, maybe the post show will be Phantasmic at Disneyland.
I like that. Let's talk.
All right. So there we go. Oh,
all right.
Stephen Tony says it must be a private event at MK. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. Definitely. All right. We love you all. We'll see you live in the parks tomorrow night for all those that are watching live right now.
Tomorrow night, I'll be doing the pre-show from right here, somewhere around 6:30, maybe, I guess. Something like that.
Something like that.
So, we'll let you know. You'll get the notifications. Hit the notify me button so that you get notified. Good night, all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you from Hollywood Studios.
Until then, we're just a couple of bros talking Disney.
Where the magic's here to stay.